to The Rewind. I'm Megan McDonald. Championship season has started. A very competitive WAC women's soccer regular season wrapped up at the WAC tournament this weekend in Bakersfield. So let's take a look at how the bracket broke down. UMKC beat UTRGV 3-0 and Bakersfield took the W against New Mexico State 2-1. Semifinals, number 1 Seattle U and number 2 Utah Valley coming off that first round bye. Utah Valley advanced to the championship, handing UMKC a loss, and Seattle U also advancing, beating Bakersfield 2-0. Alright, so for your championship match, Seattle U and Utah Valley, Seattle U comes in looking for its third straight WAC championship. The Redhawks haven't lost since August, while the Wolverines have yet to beat Seattle U in 10 games. Alright, first half, Julia Moravec trying to get that early lead for Seattle U, but Jessica Duffin not having it. 19th minute, Taylor Kirk off Kelly Beck's mistake. Kirk shoots low right for the goal, UVU goes up 1 for the lead. Seattle U looking to bounce back, Summer Mason with an opportunity. There goes Duffin again with the save. Seattle U again on the attack, but the Wolverine backline so strong throughout the game, helping Duffin out. Redhawk cross into the box, right to Mason, but she gets stuffed with the UVU defense again. Seattle U with the corner kick, check it out, Duffin taking matters into her own hands to clear it. Kiana Kraft with another Seattle U shot, but just nothing going in for the Redhawks. 69th minute, Utah Valley on the counterattack. That's Kirk going up the field, sends it right to Sarah Collister. Collister shoots top right, and the Wolverines are up 2-0 in the second half over the number 1 seed, and that's where it stayed. Utah Valley gets the win, its first ever WAC tournament title, and the automatic bid to the NCAA tournament.
They had to weather the storm for a few times from Seattle. Seattle's a great program, a great team, but the girls were very disciplined in how they played today. We didn't have the prettiest game, but they took care of the opportunities that they created, and I'm just very proud of them right now.
Jessica Duffin, senior goalkeeper and MVP of the tournament, she earned her 8th shutout of the season and her 17th of her career in the box, registering 4 saves on the day to hold the Redhawks scoreless.
It's a little unreal. I mean, you set goals at the beginning of the season, and you strive for that, for the WAC championship, and when you set those goals and you have a process of how to accomplish those goals, then you know that you're supposed to be here, and when you accomplish that, it's just, there's no better feeling. Really.
Okay, well, with women's soccer being over, we can now focus our energy on the men's soccer tournament this weekend. The field is already set. Games start on Thursday. You can find all the action on the WAC Digital Network. But before we get ahead of ourselves, there were a ton of important games this past weekend, so let's take you out to UNLV Grand Canyon. No score on the board in the first 30 minutes of play. Danny Musovsky looking to change that. Check it out, in between the keeper and the defender, finds the back of the net. UNLV takes the lead 1-0. Second half, Musovsky on the breakaway. He's by himself. There's 4 Grand Canyon players on him. He beats them all and gets his second goal on the day. UNLV too much for the Lopes. The Rebels went on to win 4-0. UNLV returning WAC champs, keeping those title dreams alive with that 4-0 win over Grand Canyon, moves back into that number 3 spot in the rankings. Seattle U, Utah Valley, number 1 and number 2 all year long with the first round byes, but conference standings have been packed all season long, so don't discount Houston Baptist, CSU Bakersfield, or San Jose State because they have been chomping at the bits to take over. Moving right along to volleyball, we are less than 2 weeks out from the WAC tournament, and teams are really starting to find their stride. Some serious shakeup in the standings this weekend, so before we waste any more time, let's take you out to some of the highlights, starting with New Mexico State and Bakersfield. Taylor Lavoti set to Andrea Tawai for the kill. She had 9 on the day. The Aggies take the first set. Another kill for New Mexico State, this time Bradley Nash. New Mexico State up 2-0 going into the third set, and we can't have an Aggie volleyball highlight without a Gwen Murphy kill, and New Mexico State sweeps the runners, and Murphy breaks the school record for career matches. Alright, Bakersfield at UTRGV senior day for the Vaqueros. Dubravka Vukoja set to Haley Durham for the kill. Vukoja again, this time to Alicia Watson. Looking to clinch the upset, Vukoja one more time to Bojana Mitrovic for the monster kill. And the Vaqueros sweep last year's WAC tournament champs. Take a look at the standings. New Mexico State still undefeated in WAC play, going 12-0 for first place, winning the regular season title with a win over Grand Canyon this past weekend. Seattle U, Utah Valley, and Bakersfield all tied for second place at 8-4. UMKC in fifth place at 500, and UTRGV rounding out the top 6 with that win over Bakersfield. Now, as fall sports are winding down and championship season is upon us, let's take a look at the players who are really stepping up to the plate and standing out within the conference. We'll get Players of the Week going with men's soccer. UNLV's Danny Musovsky and Seattle U's Sam Langston have been named WAC Offensive and Defensive Players of the Week. Musovsky really rose to the occasion, scoring 2 goals to lead the Rebels to that 4-0 game over Grand Canyon, grabbing that 3rd seed in the tournament this weekend. Those 2 goals gave him a league-high 14 for the season, as well as a WAC best 32 points. Langston assisted on both of the Red Hawk goals in the win over Utah Valley and held things down in the backfield to help Seattle U record its 8th shutout of the season. As for volleyball, UTRGV junior Fatimata Da Costa gets her first ever WAC Player of the Week honor. Making her first 2 career starts at libero, Da Costa led the Vaqueros to a 2-0 record last week, averaging 7.17 digs, 1 assist, and .33 service aces per set, sweeping Grand Canyon and Bakersfield. She posted a career-high 24 digs against GCU, which is the highest total in a 3-set match in the WAC this season. Don't forget, you can watch live games on the WAC Digital Network at wacsports.com/live. For more information, check us out at wacsports.com or follow us on Twitter and Facebook.